Episode 56UV, June 16, 2024, Jeopardy RAWSEP, The Unseen Made Visible with New Methods. Ring vs. Porch Pirates, Breathalyzer Tests, Radar Against Speeding, Reporting Cigarette Secondhand Smoke. Jeopardy! Category 1. Porch Pirates compared to indoor residential wood burning. Category 2. Breathalyzer Tests and PurpleAir PM 2.5 monitors. Category 3. Cigarette Secondhand Smoke and indoor residential wood burning. Category 4. Radar Guns and Hyperlocal PurpleAir PM 2.5 monitors. Category 5. Mothers Against Drunk Driving and Mums for Bumps. Category 6. Registration of wood burning appliances including fireplaces. Category 1. $200 answer. Porch Pirates. A porch pirate is caught by a Hyperlocal ring camera monitor aimed at the porch of your own house, just as an indoor residential wood burner is caught by a Hyperlocal PM 2.5 monitor aimed at the yard of your neighbor. Category 1. $200 question. Porch Pirates. How can a near neighbor's PM 2.5 monitor in the yard of your neighbor operate like a ring camera aimed at a residential porch? Category 1. $400 answer. Porch Pirates. A ring camera catches a video of a porch pirate stealing the porch owner's possessions, like a PM 2.5 monitor catches data of an indoor residential wood burner stealing clean, breathable air from the yard of a near neighbor. Category 1. $400 question. Porch Pirates. How is a ring camera catching a porch pirate like a PM 2.5 monitor catching someone stealing clean air? Category 1. $600 answer. Porch Pirates. A ring camera deters some porch pirates because the invisible becomes visible evidence of identity and source of stealing. One stealing the owner's possessions, one stealing the owner's right to breathe clean air. Category 1. $600 question. Porch Pirates. How is a ring camera identifying porch pirates like a PM 2.5 monitor identifying the source of pollution? Category 1. $800 answer. Porch Pirates. The few government-owned $100,000 Environmental Protection Agency PM 2.5 monitors are usually used only near industries. Category 1. $800 question. Porch Pirates. How is data from many hyperlocalized resident-owned PurpleAir PM 2.5 monitors better than a few government PM 2.5 monitors at identifying each individual source of indoor residential wood burning? Category 1. $1,000 answer. Porch Pirates. PM 2.5 monitors need to be used near each indoor residential wood burner to pinpoint evidence of the source of pollution. A problem has to be properly identified in order to provide a particular solution, shutting down the polluting source of pollution. Category 1. $1,000 question. Porch Pirates. Why are many hyperlocalized resident-owned PurpleAir PM 2.5 monitors needed near each individual source of indoor residential wood burning? Category 2. $200 answer. Breathalyzer. PM 2.5 monitor data on a nearby indoor residential wood burner shows potential harm to the health and lives of your neighbors. And in that way, it's like how a breathalyzer test for a drunk driver shows potential harm to fellow drivers and some pedestrians in a neighborhood. Category 2. $200 question. Breathalyzer. Is a near neighbor's PM 2.5 monitor data on a nearby indoor residential wood burner like a breathalyzer test for a drunk driver? Category 2. $400 answer. Breathalyzer. PM 2.5 data of levels of indoor residential smoke from a near neighbor are like breathalyzer alcohol level tests for drunk drivers. Category 2. $400 question. Breathalyzer. Is a breathalyzer test for drunk driving like a PM 2.5 monitor catching PM 2.5 pollution data from nearby indoor residential wood burning? Category 2. $600 answer. Breathalyzer. A breathalyzer test is visible evidence of the individual identity of one inebriated person, showing that if the inebriated person continues to drive drunk, the risk of car wrecks will increase. A high, hyperlocalized PM 2.5 monitor reading shows that if the pinpointed indoor residential wood burner continues to burn wood, the risk of adverse health effects and early deaths from your neighbors will increase. Category 2. $600 question. Breathalyzer. How is a breathalyzer test identifying a particular inebriated car driver, like a PM 2.5 monitor identifying one particular source of indoor residential wood burning pollution? Category 2. $800 answer. Breathalyzer. The few government-owned $100,000 Environmental Protection Agency PM 2.5 monitors are usually used only near industries. Category 2. $800 question. Breathalyzer. How is data from many hyperlocalized resident-owned PurpleAir PM 2.5 monitors better than a few government PM 2.5 monitors at identifying each source of indoor residential wood burning? Category 2. $1,000 answer. Breathalyzer. Many hyperlocalized PM 2.5 monitors need to be used near each indoor residential wood burner as evidence of the source of pollution. Category 2. $1,000 question. Breathalyzer. What can be done to gather evidence of pollution caused by indoor residential wood burning? Category 3. $200 answer. Secondhand cigarette smoke. A near neighbor's PM 2.5 monitor data on nearby indoor residential wood burning is like a work colleague reporting secondhand smoke to a supervisor. Category 3. $200 question. Secondhand cigarette smoke. Is a near neighbor's PM 2.5 monitor data on nearby indoor residential wood burning like the work colleague reporting secondhand smoke to a supervisor? Category 3. $400 answer. Secondhand cigarette smoke. PM 2.5 data of levels of indoor residential smoke from a near neighbor is like a work colleague reporting secondhand cigarette smoke to a supervisor because both identify the source of the problem. The PM 2.5 monitor catches dangerous levels of air pollution, and the reporting of secondhand cigarette smoke catches dangerous air pollution, which if unchecked is likely to cause a work colleague to develop lung cancer, asthma, other adverse health problems, or cause the work colleague early death. Category 3. $400 question. Secondhand cigarette smoke. How is a work colleague reporting secondhand cigarette smoke to a supervisor like collecting PM 2.5 pollution data from nearby indoor residential wood burning? Category 3. $600 answer. Secondhand cigarette smoke. A work colleague reporting secondhand cigarette smoke to a supervisor deters some cigarette smokers from smoking in the workplace who increase the likelihood of colleague illnesses and colleague early deaths because the invisible becomes visible evidence of identity of the cigarette smoker. A PM 2.5 monitor deters some indoor residential wood burning because the invisible becomes visible evidence of the identity of the indoor residential wood burner. Category 3. $600 question. Secondhand cigarette smoke. How is a work colleague reporting secondhand cigarette smoke to a supervisor like a PM 2.5 monitor identifying the source of pollution as a particular nearby indoor residential wood burner? Category 3. $800 answer. Secondhand cigarette smoke. The few government-owned $100,000 Environmental Protection Agency PM 2.5 monitors are usually used only near industries. Category 3. $800 question. Secondhand cigarette smoke. How is data from many hyperlocalized resident-owned PurpleAir PM 2.5 monitors better than a few government PM 2.5 monitors at identifying each source of indoor residential wood burning? Category 3. $1,000 answer. Secondhand cigarette smoke. PM 2.5 monitors need to be used near each indoor residential wood burner as evidence of the source of pollution. Category 2. $1,000 question. Secondhand cigarette smoke. What can be done to gather evidence of pollution caused by indoor residential wood burning? Category 4. $200 answer. Radar gun. PM 2.5 monitor data on a nearby indoor residential wood burner shows potential harm to the health and lives of your neighbors in the form of lung cancer, asthma, cataracts, many other health problems, and early deaths. And in that way, it's like how a radar gun pointed at the car of a speeder registers potential harm to fellow drivers and some pedestrians in a neighborhood in the form of car crashes. Category 4. $200 question. Radar gun. How is a near neighbor's PM 2.5 monitor data on nearby indoor residential wood burning like a radar gun aimed at an individual car speeder? Category 4. $400 answer. Radar gun. PM 2.5 data of levels of indoor residential smoke from a near neighbor is like a radar gun aimed at an individual car speeder. because both identify the source of the problem. The PM 2.5 monitor catches dangerous levels of air pollution, and the radar gun catches dangerous speed levels likely to cause car crashes. Category 4, $400 question. Radar gun. How is a radar gun aimed at an individual car speeder like catching PM 2.5 pollution data from nearby indoor residential burning? Category 4, $600 answer. Radar gun. A radar gun aimed at an individual car speeder deters some car speeders who increase the likelihood of car crashes because the invisible becomes visible evidence of identity of the car speeder. A PM 2.5 monitor deters some indoor residential wood burning because the invisible becomes visible evidence of the identity of the indoor residential wood burner. Category 4, $600 question. Radar gun. How is a radar gun aimed at an individual car speeder like a PM 2.5 monitor identifying the source of pollution as a particular nearby indoor residential burner? Category 4, $800 answer. Radar gun. The few government-owned $100,000 Environmental Protection Agency PM 2.5 monitors are usually used only near industries. Category 4, $800 question. Radar gun. How is data from many hyperlocalized resident-owned PurpleAir PM 2.5 monitors better than a few government PM 2.5 monitors at identifying each source of indoor residential wood burning? Category 4, $1,000 answer. Radar gun. PM 2.5 monitors need to be used near each indoor residential wood burner as evidence of the source of pollution. Category 4, $1,000 question. Radar gun. What can be done to gather evidence of pollution caused by indoor residential wood burning? Category 5, $200 question. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Lobbying by Mothers Against Drunk Driving, MAD, led to many of our current laws against drunk driving, saving many lives. Organizations such as Mums for Lungs led to greater awareness of and some regulation on the dangers of indoor residential wood burning in the United Kingdom in the 2020s. Category 5, $200 answer. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. How is lobbying for laws against drunk driving like lobbying today for laws and regulations against polluting indoor residential wood burning? Category 5, $400 answer. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Mothers Against Drunk Driving, MAD, is like organizations today like Mums for Lungs, which are against air polluting indoor residential wood burning. Both organizations looked at statistics of harm. First, the harm drunk driving caused in terms of crash fatalities, and second, the disproportional harm that relatively few indoor residential wood burners caused to the general population in terms of air pollution, raising the risk of cancer, asthma, and many other diseases and early deaths. Category 5, $400 question. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Is the organization Mothers Against Drunk Driving, MAD, which lobbied for breathalyzer tests to be given to drivers of speeding cars to protect fellow drivers and some pedestrians in the neighborhood, like an organization like Mums for Lungs that lobbies for PM 2.5 data to be gathered hyperlocally from the yards of near neighbors of indoor residential wood burners whose wood smoke enters the near neighbors' yards and sickens the near neighbors? Category 5, $600 answer. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. The lobbying of Mothers Against Drunk Driving, MAD, produced legislation and enforcement against drunk driving that today deters some drinking and driving because the invisible became visible with breathalyzer and radar evidence of the identity of drunk drivers. The lobbying of organizations like Mums for Lungs for use of PM 2.5 monitor deters some indoor residential wood burning because the invisible remained invisible until PM 2.5 monitors, which began to be deployed hyperlocally, now produce visible evidence of the identity of each indoor residential wood burner. Category 5, $600 question. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. How is Mothers Against Drunk Driving like an organization like Mums for Lungs? Keeping in mind that alcohol is physically addictive and requires rehab as well as arrest in some cases, and wood burning is not physically addictive, so stopping indoor residential wood burning should be easier than stopping drunk driving. Category 5, $800 answer. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. The few government-owned $100,000 Environmental Protection Agency PM 2.5 monitors are usually used only near industries. Category 5, $800 question. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. How is data from many hyperlocalized resident-owned PurpleAir PM 2.5 monitors better than a few government PM 2.5 monitors at identifying each source of indoor residential wood burning? Category 5, $1,000 answer. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. PM 2.5 monitors need to be used near each indoor residential wood burner as evidence of a source of pollution. Category 5, $1,000 question. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. What can be done to gather evidence of pollution caused by indoor residential wood burning? Category 6, $200 answer. Registration of indoor wood burning appliances. Registration of indoor wood burning appliances gives a false sense of control of air pollution. Indoor wood burning appliances that often are highly polluting can be registered as certified even when with smoke pollution above National Ambient Air Quality Standards, NOx, enters the yards of near neighbors of indoor residential wood burners and sickens the near neighbors. Category 6, $200 question. Registration of indoor wood burning appliances. Does registration of wood burning appliances protect near neighbors of indoor residential wood burners from pollution that sickens the near neighbors? Category 6, $400 answer. Registration of indoor wood burning appliances. Registration of residential wood burning appliances. In order to identify the appliances that produce PM 2.5 monitor data above NOx in the yards of near neighbors could be a helpful way to pinpoint the source of air pollution in a neighborhood to a named device. Then that indoor residential wood burning device could be more easily shut down. However, that is not the current use of registration tied to certification of indoor residential wood burning appliances. Category 6, $400 question. Registration of indoor wood burning appliances. Are indoor residential wood burning appliances certified as safe today, primarily to provide retailers of the devices with economic certainty that retailers can continue selling the devices? Category 6, $600 answer. Registration of indoor wood burning appliances. 10 Attorney General sued the Environmental Protection Agency in August 2023 in order to provide certainty to wood stove retailers that the wood stoves that were declared safe by the EPA were safe to use. However, the EPA had already responded to the 10 Attorney Generals in the spring of 2023 that the EPA could not make any changes to the failed wood stove certification program until 2027 at the earliest. Category 6, $600 question. Registration of indoor wood burning appliances. Has the EPA declared that any changes to a failed wood stove certification program will be made? Category 6, $800 answer. Registration of indoor wood burning appliances. The Office of the Attorney General, OIG, the watchdog of the EPA, declared in a report in February 2023 that the EPA's wood stove certification program was a failed program, resulting in most if not all wood stoves certified since inception of the program in 1987 not even complying with the lax standards of the EPA's own wood stove certification program due to giant loopholes to manufacturer compliance with safety standards. Category 6, $800 question. Registration of indoor wood burning appliances. Does the EPA's wood stove certification program ensure that most or all wood stoves certified are safe to use? Category 6, $1,000 answer. Registration of indoor wood burning appliances. Wood stoves should be shut down if their pollution levels are so high that wood smoke enters the yards of near neighbors of indoor residential wood burners and sickens them. Category 6, $1,000 question. Registration of indoor wood burning appliances. How can hyperlocalized PurpleAir PM 2.5 monitors be used instead of the failed program of indoor residential wood stove certification to protect the health and lives of near neighbors of current indoor residential wood burners? Double jeopardy if no action is taken.